Today I took two trades. One loser and one break even. This was probably not a good trade. This one I was up pretty much like 20 points and then I let it come all the way back to break even because it didn't hit my 3-hour target. So I don't know. I'm having a lot of regrets about that one, especially in terms of P&L because I could have just ended positive for the day, but I didn't. So yeah, I could have made $162 more today if I maximized my exits. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So, it was an outside relationship on DPO, outside relationship on the cams, and then it was a lower relationship on CPR. But overnight, just kind of, I guess there's a big sell-off there, and then I was opening up under value area here and under L3. So my plan mostly was to short value area low and L3. So that was kind of my main plan. So market opens and then it does a sell-off and it hits yesterday's low and goes under L form. So ideally I would have wanted price to come back up to value area low and then hit yesterday's low, but it hit yesterday's low first. So now I'm not really sure what to do, but since it broke under, I want to see if it can test this yesterday's low and then go back towards the lows. And so I was looking for that, and I thought it made more sense because here, this was the sell-off. Yesterday's low was 68.82, so around here. It broke down, so now I was looking for a test back into 82, this low volume node area, so that I can continue downwards. So I was mainly looking for shorts here, but I did see these bullish confirmations with the 2-minute delta divergence on here and here, with kind of a, it was also forming like a little B shape here. So it forms that 2-minute delta divergence, it comes back, it tests, it forms a little bit of a V shape here, and then starts rallying up. It also formed a delta divergence on the 20 range here, negative 364, but a positive candle. And then it broke lows here on the delta, but it did not on the price. And so that was good bullish confirmations. If I had a level here, I would have actually longed that. But I had no level. I mean, L5 and S2 was over here as 52s. There's nothing in the 70s that I had. I mean, even the levels, TPO levels there, I didn't have anything. So, yeah, so I let it go. But it ends up rallying. So I'm still looking for these shorts, right? So I'm looking for shorts at 82. It breaks right through it. Yeah, doesn't even try to stop it. So now we're back at L3 and back at value area low. I'm not quite sure if I wanted to short this because it already went under yesterday's low and then bounced. So I wasn't too confident in shorting this. Honestly, I should have just avoided it and not done anything. But I did see this huge 3-minute high volume shooting star, right? Also on the 5-minute, also on the 1-minute. So yeah, I got enticed by these shooting stars here. And then on here, I'm looking for, you know, I see this rejection here. I'm looking for some short confirmations, breaks the highs, rejects again. And now I'm kind of interested, but it's like a 14-point risk at this point. I'm thinking about it, but I just let it go. But now I see this this rejection here, and that really entices me. A rally up and then a rejection. Boom. So then, because I was thinking about entering here, which is going to be about 14-point risk, I just decided to enter short. It's a huge risk, honestly. I think it was kind of FOMO. I figured it was like where I wanted to enter at anyways, but I think it was FOMO at this point. And then it starts bouncing. Now it bounces with the delta divergence, and I see buying imbalances, and I get very nervous. My stop was actually over here to reduce it from 14 to like 8 points, and I get super scared. I raise it to 14, but then I'm looking at a 14-point loss, and now I'm just all kinds of emotions here, so I manually exit here for about like an 8-point loss. And now it starts going back down, so now enter again, this time with a better entry. Instead of over here at 6,900, I entered at 6,906 or so, with a stop at 14. It's a better entry, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The other thing I had was, besides the shooting stars, was this delta divergence here, the normal CVD divergence. So it broke the highs here, but it didn't break on delta. So that was the other piece of confirmation I had. Honestly, it's not the best confirmations. I don't think I should have taken this in the first place, especially because it bounced here. So the plan should have been voided. It wasn't the best confirmations, but I mean, the shooting stars looked really good. And I was just nervous the whole time through, and it just kind of goes back and forth. So I was up about 19 points at one point. So there's these huge, so my target was 82, 68, 82, and it gets near it, but, let's say 68, yeah, 68, 90, there's this huge, delta that forms here. Yeah, negative 600 something. Yeah, and it holds there. Huge delta divergence, and then it bounces. But then it comes back down, breaks the low. Again, there's a huge delta outlier there, negative 1,000, and forms a delta divergence and goes up. And at this point, I don't really know what's going on, so I'm up 16 points. I think about getting out. I mean, just because, you know, I'm positive and I recovered my losses from the earlier trade. So I could end the day positive, but my 3-hour target is at 82. So I'm just waiting for 82. In hindsight, this was that high volume node shelf here. So maybe I should have just taken it off at 86 or wherever, somewhere over here. But I don't know, I was just waiting for the target and I didn't want to touch it. I don't know. I guess I could have just taken it off here, especially when I saw these huge delta divergences. But then again, it was like, it was whiplash. It was going up and going down, going up and going down, so I didn't really know if it would go down even more, like hit my target. And I also thought 82 was a decent target because it was where yesterday's low was. Maybe it would test it again and then bounce. But looking back at this, the volume node ledge is 85, so yeah. I mean, even here I was up 13 points. So I could have ended the day positive, but I let it come back all the way to break even here. Yeah, so that was my day. Yeah, I guess it never stopped me out, really. My original stop. I did have it at break even because it hit 2R. It hit almost 20 points in 2.5 R, so. But now it's, I guess, going towards my target. I still don't know if this is a valid setup, though, because it already broke yesterday's lows. I'm not sure. I don't know if that even matters.